Hi guys, this is Mare Bear to the rescue. This is my five Doctor Who Why I Love video. This video is about Martha Jones. So, we all know that the actress who plays Martha Jones was in the season 2 finale. And they made up for that fact by saying that it was her cousin who worked at Canary Wharf and then just disappeared. That was a good cover, guys. You should have said twin sister. You really should have. That would have made more sense. And, what else? So, I thought she was really smart and really pretty. And she had a few good episodes. But some episodes I didn't think so. And I didn't like the way that the 10th Doctor treated her. He was more into Rose at that time. And even though he took her with her places, it was like he didn't really see her. He protected her like he would any of his companions. But she wasn't by far his best friend. So I feel sad for that. She's not even an ex-lover for him. She saw him as a man she loved, then got over. Then he finds out she's engaged to a new guy. He goes, oh, okay. And he knew she loved him. He knew she loved him. He does nothing, and he's just like tells people, oh yeah, she fancies me, guys. She fancies me. And then Donna Noble's like, oh, well, it seems like she got over you fast. The thing I didn't like was Martha showing up in Donna's season. She was in, like, a majority of that season, and it pissed me off. It's Donna's season. You never see that happen with other characters. And then she meets Captain Jack, and she tries to revive him, and she's like, I'm so sorry, he's dead. And then he wakes up like, oh! Captain Jack, you naughty boy. That sounded bad. But you know what I mean. He's Captain Jack. And then he's just like, hey, Captain Jack Harkness. And she's like, ooh, hi. And then he carries around a dead hand with him. The doctor's severed hand. And she's like, oh, that's a severed hand. And the doctor saying the thing about the hermits. Hermits united. That works, doesn't it? But yeah, Martha, she did pretty well, because she did go through around the world. I met a guy a few years ago, and he said Martha was his favorite, and I'm like, oh, she's my least favorite. I still love her, but she's my least favorite. And he says, she traveled the world for him. And I said, well, Rose went through dimensions for him. He was like, yeah, sure. She went through dimensions for him. Amy was put inside a box, you know. She liked him, of course. Donna. I'll talk to you next week, next time, about Donna. But yeah, she's a really great actress. I liked her as an actress, Martha, I'm talking about. She's just so awesome. The Family of Blood episode was great. And of course, Ten was sort of a jerk during Martha's season. I understand he was going through a heartbreak, but then you shouldn't have taken along Martha with you. You should have, like, gone traveling yourself and then come back. It would have been a second for her, considering you have a time machine. But he was sort of a jerk. And then when he was human, he just was like, oh, no, no. I'm gonna fall in love with this other girl who is a nurse, and she is sort of racist, saying, oh, a woman being a doctor and one of your color. I'm like, oh, bite me. No, don't even. The whole fact that there was anything against, like, other people of other races always pisses me off. And then she's like, oh, of your color. I'm like, oh, shut up. But yeah. I do admit that one of the reasons I do love Martha is because she sort of looks like a goddess. And when they met Shakespeare, that was awesome. Shakespeare was cool. And then what? Hamlin or something, I don't know. So he's like hitting on Martha. Everybody else loved Martha except the doctor. I'd also like to point out how in one of the episodes, Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, was in that episode with the Daleks in Manhattan and the, Empire State Building. I know that Andrew Garfield is in fact British, but in everything I've seen him in, he's using an American accent. What's up with that? Can I please hear his British accent? Because British accents are cool. I like British accents. I have a good one myself, you know. So, I think I've babbled on enough about Martha, who is awesome. You're gonna hear me, like, love every single person of this, and I'm gonna say how awesome they are. It's just, I have that in my instinct. I either love something, or I hate something. There's usually never a middleman. In rare occasions there are. But most of the time it's I love them to bits. So, until next time, which would be tomorrow, this is Mary Bear to the Rescue, signing off. Bye, says, you know what I mean.